Good morning. Welcome to day 15, April 21st, 2024. 2 Sundays ago, we were just starting this adventure. Now we're at mile marker 190, give or take, at this great campground. Getting ready to head out. Looks like 15 miles to the next reliable, decent water source. I got plenty of water. I'm not worried about that. I'm just wondering exactly how far I'm going to get today. I guess Interstate 10, also known as the Highway Oasis, is maybe about 20 miles away. I think we're going to have a little bit of snow for the next mile or two, but hopefully just patchy. And then the snow goes away for, I guess, until the Sierras. So I'm going to finish my coffee and get rolling. Just a random Sunday morning thought. I was thinking about my ride back to the trailhead in Idlewild. It's a quick ride. It's not even 10 minutes, probably closer to 5. So I was just having a little friendly chat with the driver and wasn't really even talking about backpacking or hiking in general, but at one point she looked at me and said, "I get the feeling you've done this before." It just got me thinking. I think she does a lot of rides around Idlewild, and I'm sure she sees all sorts of people in all different stages of hiking and backpacking and all that. So yeah, I think she's got a pretty good barometer of sizing people up. It's just kind of funny to think about. So when you're at a campsite where there's other people around, even though we were all pretty well spread out and it was fine, an older guy and his girlfriend came in at some point. I only know that because they were loud talkers. He was a real loud talker. He went on, I don't want to say a half hour, that's probably embellishing it, but I feel like he went on for a good 15 minutes about why he hates tattoos. Oh my goodness. He's probably in his early to mid 60s would be my guess. And just cringe. And it reminds you that, hey man, there's all kinds of people out there that don't think the same way you think. But wow, so judgmental. Makes you a little sad sometimes when you hear people talk like that, talking about his daughters and the will. If whatever daughter has a tattoo doesn't get anything, and he was serious. So just random thoughts popping in my head. What a gorgeous day. Oh boy. Well, we just came down that little snowfield and avoided some switchbacks. That must be the casino down there. Cabazon, I'm guessing. 18 trail miles away. Obviously a tall building. You don't see those very often out here. This looks like a sprawling metropolis down there. Now I'm getting a little lower in elevation. I'm guessing that major road down there has got to be Interstate 10. All right, so quick little body update. Everything's feeling pretty good. Left knee's feeling pretty good, even though we're going down, so that's a good sign. A new little discomfort is the left shoulder blade just this morning, so I'm just trying to adjust my pack weight to get it right. But it's always going to be something popping up. Put on wet socks and wet trail runners from all the snow yesterday, and I can feel that it's drying out now that we're back on the dirt. So I'll take a nice long break somewhere and get everything aired out. But yeah, it's a gorgeous Sunday morning. All right, it's about 7:30. We just crossed the dirt road at 192.6, and I have officially packed up my microspikes until the Sierras. I'm gonna have a little snack and keep moving. It's just nice shady trail, so nice to have regular trail back. All right, it's getting close to 8 in the morning. Just did a little looking on far out, looks like about 4 miles from here. It's a nice campsite area that has a cell phone signal. So I think I'll plan to take my first break there, first long break, air out the feet, see if I can get some cell service, check in with Sarah, get some updated far out comments, all that fun stuff. So yeah, hopefully be there in a couple hours. Trail's pretty cruisy, going downhill. Just gotta remind myself not to go too fast downhill. My knee's feeling pretty good, just like a logistics thing. That last water source when I came down from the mountain yesterday, I filled up with 6 liters, got to the campsite. I still had a full 3 liter in my CNOC and probably 2 liters in my hydration bladder. A lot of people at the campsite were fretting a bit about water because there is no water for quite a while still. I had plenty. I could have decaf, I could make soup, I could make another meal, and I still have plenty right now. I transferred everything I didn't use in my CNOC, filtered it, put it in my hydration bladder. So I've got a full 3 liters plus a little extra in a smart water bottle. Some people were like melting snow, doing all kinds of things, but for me, I don't mind carrying the extra weight because I was so comfortable last night, fully hydrated, and that's the style I like to do. So everyone's different, but that's the way I go. In fact, I think there were some groups that came in that probably would have preferred to stay there overnight, but they didn't have enough water or any. So there you go. That is the trade-off. I just took a quick little 5-minute break, aired out the feet, put on sunscreen. Now we're going to keep going down. All right, we're getting close to our break spot. Should be right up here, a few hundred feet. Looking forward to it. Give me some shade. All right, we just finished up a nice long break. Was able to touch base with Sarah, had a little bit of cell service. It is a bit buggy here, so we're not going to stick around, but got the feet dried out, and we're less than 3 miles to mile marker 200 on the trail. Another milestone coming up. Okay, just came upon a very angry rattlesnake. Lucky for me, another thru-hiker, Purple Haze, was ahead of me and saw it first, but super loud. About 1 more mile to mile 200. All right, just hit mile 200 on the trail. Oh baby, Sunday late morning, day 15. That's with a full 0 and 2 Neuros, all focused around Idlewild. But yeah, mile 200 in the books. Awesome. 200. That was a big rattler. Wow. All right, another half mile to our water source. That'll make it about a little over 15-mile day. My feet are starting to bark. It's about 2:15. We made it to the water fill station. Refilling my Osprey. I just dried it right before we got here. Already made some tailwind, having that. Now I got to decide if we're going to push on or not. Rest for a while and then make a decision. All right, we just watered up. Got to introduce some faces I've been seeing a few days. One couple that got off at Splitter Peak. And their brother, sister, Miles and Rachel, who I've been kind of leapfrogging back and forth with a couple days now. So apparently the PCT follows this road for a bit. So yeah, it's still a little early, and I got a second wind with some tailwind. So there's some camping right before I-10 at the power lines. It's a little over 2 miles away. So I think I'm gonna shoot for that. And that'll put me at somewhere around 17 miles for the day. So that's the plan for now. We'll see what happens. I see a train. Still road walking with a view of Interstate 10 and this freight train, because we're like probably up over a mile away from it. This freight train's got to be at least 3 miles so far. It's huge from all the way out here. All right, it's about 3:45 in the afternoon. We have dropped all the way down to about 1,700 feet on the desert floor. I wish there were more of these clouds about, but we got a little bit of shade here under this bush. Was going to camp somewhere around here. This might be the spot. I just got to get motivated to get camp set up. Going to end up being about an 18-mile day. It's mostly downhill, but it was a hot one, so feeling it right now. Don't want to push any further. Just checked the thermometer. It's 97 degrees. It'll probably drop a little bit now that the backpack's in the shade, but not by too much, and it's very dry heat. Hello. It is about 4:30 in the afternoon. I've set up camp, just waiting for the sun to get a little bit lower. It was initially a tiny bit warm, but this shrub is giving me some nice shade. So camped out in the desert. I think a couple miles until Interstate 10. So right now I don't have a lot of an appetite, so I'm drinking. Unfortunately, all my water that I have is not ice cold. So I am gonna probably have some more tailwind. Hopefully get a little bit of an appetite once the sun goes down a bit further, and I'll eat something. I got plenty of water, so I'm just gonna keep drinking. And I'm just looking ahead. A lot of people are once again skipping a section coming up called the Mission Creek section. It had gotten kind of washed out over the years, and then last year there was a really bad rainstorm, maybe even a hurricane, I don't remember, but it washed out basically 12 miles of that trail, and a lot of people are opting to skip it. It's called Mission Creek. It's totally doable. It's not officially closed. Some people, you basically are just walking in the creek for most of it because the trail's washed away. But you can walk like the first 5 or 6 miles in the creek, and then you can take a ridge alternate, or you can just do the whole thing in the creek and figure it out. And people have done both recently and posted about it, so I'm not too worried about it. Other than that, it's going to slow me down tremendously. So if everything goes according to plan, I'll be set up tomorrow evening to tackle that. So that'll be Tuesday. I'll be starting that. And whether I get that done in 1 day or 2 days, who knows? So that's the long-term plan. I'm just going to keep staying hydrated, and just as the sun goes down, things will continue to cool down. At I-10, the highway underpass, sometimes there's some trail magic. I mean, I'll be getting there early in the morning, so I'm not expecting anything. But even if there was some water, because there won't be any more water sources for I think 12 miles, and I'll have enough to get me. But it'd be nice to top off if there is some water there. Other than that, just taking it easy. The one couple through hiking that I've seen for the past couple days, just found out the one female's name is Purple Haze. I'm surprised I haven't seen them come by yet. So they're a lot quicker than me too. So just curious about that. Other than that, everything's good, and we'll check in probably one more time for a recap. All right, it's getting close to 6 o'clock. And as I feel like I'm saying a lot at the end of these recaps is I'm tired, I'm beat. I'm gonna keep drinking water. I'm gonna force myself to eat something. And I just looked at the weather, and this was like the hottest day of the week coming up in the area, so hopefully things will cool down a little bit. It's slowly cooling down, but it's slowly cooling down. So great day out here, but ready to call it a night and just relax. So, oh, I had a self-service, able to check in with Sarah and all that good stuff. So, yeah, see you tomorrow.